Hello everyone, welcome to chapter 182 on my RLDR Custom Creations YouTube channel. It is the weekend edition, more importantly in Canada, the Thanksgiving Day weekend edition. So I want to shoot this video early and get it out so that I can enjoy the festivities of the weekend. And you notice I'm standing by my student lathes again. So yeah, we're going to talk about students again. So if you want to see which way I'm going to take this, all you need to do is stay tuned. Well, I just thought I'd shoot a short little video today and show you or share one thing with you that I've done again. I've never seen it done, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been done, because I think everything under the sun just about has been done. But I'm going to show you something that, okay, I'm going to claim that I thought of loosely. The other thing that we're going to do is I'm going to update you on my safety glasses project and another little project that I've got going, and we're just going to talk about them a wee little bit and just show you maybe kind of what's coming as far as video stuff goes, and to see some of the things that I've worked on in videos that I didn't show you the final completion. Well, with the glasses today, we're going to show you that, and I'm going to tell you how that worked out. So let's get into the topic today. My topic is student safety gear for the first part of this video. Remember the last video I shot, I talked about lathe height and some of my students being very little, and that's fine because they'll grow. But it isn't just that their height is small. Safety gear often doesn't fit them. Excuse me. Safety gear is designed for adults, and especially the cheap face shields that I buy, they're designed for adults, and they often don't fit my younger students. So we had that problem again at the lathe, and you know, I like my students to wear safety glasses and a face shield. Okay, so I like these because you can open the knob at the back, you put them on your head, and if they fit you, you tighten them up till you're happy with it. They're really quite solid. You can move your head, you can see. I like these for a cheap face shield. They're really quite good. So, but they don't work for a couple of my students. So the first day they turned, I went to my scrap rag bin and got some cloth and just wrapped it around the back. I got that idea from my daughter when she was in grade 8, and okay, I was teaching then, and I was always at the school shop and always trying to plan something innovative for raising money for my shop projects there and students. So we had hosted a welding seminar, a one-day welding seminar in our shop, and when that was over on Saturday, the person left all the machines and the steel and left it all there and said, well, here, that's all yours, do what you want with it. So I got my daughter there in grade 8 running the plasma cutter, and again, the face shield was too large, so we stuffed a few welding skull caps behind it, and it worked fine. So I thought, okay, that's an idea that I can do, but the rag falls off, and when you take the face shield off, it doesn't work. You have to redo it all the time, and you don't get it the same, and it's not good, and it's fidgeting around. So I thought, oh man, there's an answer to this. And this isn't initially what I came up with, but so what I did is I bought a length of, just gonna step out, pipe insulation. Now, another thing that would work good is a pool noodle. And in my initial thought, the reason I bought such a big one, because initially I had thought of covering the knob. I was just going to put a 4-inch piece in the back, and away we go. But before I did that, I kind of got to thinking and thought, well, if I cut two 3-inch ones, put them on the side, then they could still adjust. So, and this even fits kind of on, okay, it's hitting my glasses. The other thing that on this one isn't adjusted right is this very top piece. So you'll have to just, for the demo today, we'll just do that. But no, I'm gonna tighten it up. And it's good. There's nothing wrong with this. It doesn't feel weird. And one of my friends suggested, and that's why I love coffeeing with my friends, because they're a creative bunch and I always get great ideas from them. But one of them suggested, why not just put padding here? And that's a good idea, and that would probably work just as well. But the reason I went this way is the material that I get is this, that's foam. And foam I don't think breathes as well as the headband that's in here. So this is a fabric headband, and I think it absorbs sweat better. And my students had absolutely no complaints turning this way. They turned this way for 3 hours and it was all good. So if you're turning or doing something in the shop where kids need to wear a face shield, this isn't the prettiest solution, but it actually works. And I could have gotten away with smaller ones. Like I could have, and then it would be more like that. That would look better. I bet you a pool noodle would work as well. So there's all kinds of things you can do. And remember, my videos here aren't here to tell you what to do. I show you what I do, and then you're all creative and you all think, and you take this idea and you run with it. You make it better. So, and I expect you to share that back with me if you do make it better, because I love turning with students. I never expected to have this opportunity in my retirement to be able to do that in my own shop with my own stuff. So yeah, share your ideas with me as well. But that's the first one that I wanted to share with you. It's just a very, very simple adaptation to the headgear to make it fit a student with a small head. And this works, well, you can use this on the scroll saw if we want, any tool in here we can do this to, it's easy. So anyway, that's the first one. So the next couple things I'm going to show you are, first of all, we're going to go to the bathroom. Well, okay, no we're not, but yes we are. And I'm going to show you a couple of things. So, but for that, we've got to go mobile. So I'll pull you off the tripod and we'll start checking that out. And we're in my shop again. Well, we never left, let's put it that way. And I'm walking towards the bathroom, have the light on in there so I don't have to reach in and do this. But this is that little glasses cabinet that I built and shot a little bit of a video on. Now I added a couple things to it since then. First of all, it's finished. Like it has 2 or 3 coats of wipe-on poly on it. Actually, I think it's 2 heavy coats. And I built a base for it, and I mixed up, actually, my wife does this. She found a recipe on the internet for cleaning glasses, and that way I don't have to go out and buy disinfectant cleaner. Oh, by the way, this has kind of a hollow bottom, so to keep it on the shelf, I just cut, I think it's about a 3-inch disc. And it sits on there and it won't slide off. So the protocol for this would be, my students would come in here, probably one at a time, grab a pair of glasses, they'd wash them over the sink, which is pretty dirty now. Boy, I should have cleaned that before I shot this video. They'd spray them, we'll get them wet. Like I said, this also acts as a disinfectant, which I like. Then they would take the blue paper towel here, take 1 sheet, wipe the glasses clean, dry them off, and then with their paper towel, when they're done, we usually put the garbage can right here, and they toss it in there, and their glasses are dealt with. So I'm really quite happy with this. I wasn't sure where I was going to put it at first. For a while there, I was looking at putting it on this side here. It would fit just between the plug-in that came down to about there. And I actually had thought I'd cut it so that it was above the plug-in, but sometimes I guess I'm getting old. But anyway, that works really good. Now there are a couple other things I need to add to my safety thing here yet. I need to find a way to mount a box of gloves onto the wall somewhere. Maybe that goes to this side. And with sheet metal, when I was working at the school, we built I had students build a couple of glove box holders that we put on the wall. So anyway, that is the one project I wanted to show you that got finished off, and it's really nice. It works great. Kids had no trouble with it, and it was so organized. It was wonderful. Yeah, my shop's still a mess, but I'm going to walk you over to the other end here and show you another thing. Okay. Yeah, I spend way too much on tools. When I was sharpening tools in class the other day, I realized I needed an extra tool holder, like I didn't need the bucket and the arm like this part here. One of them seems to be enough, although now that I have two, I'm sure I'll use them. But I needed another one of those. So I went to Lee Valley's website, where I often go first because I like supporting Lee Valley. The people at the store in Saskatoon are awesome. Just a shout out to them. They're really good to deal with. So I like to go there first. And this, I think, was $99 Canadian plus taxes, so $347. Now, our taxes aren't quite that bad. But anyway, I needed one of those. So I thought, well, okay, $100. I don't really need to spend $100. Maybe I could go to the Jungle website, Amazon, and maybe they have one just of those. Well, it's there too, but it's $109. So I went and bought another set. And then as I bought this, I thought, well, what opportunities does this open up? And you'll be seeing more about sharpening in the future on my channel. Okay, the other thing that I just wanted to show you, just to make this in perspective, basically, I do more than just turn, although I love turning. And I love guitar building, but I don't do as much of it as I'd like to. But I also weld a bit, which you've seen. I'm into metal work. In fact, I came upon a project here that I was going to show you. I am going to redo this axe for fun. And if one of my former students, Chris, who now runs a blacksmithing shop close to Calgary or in Calgary, we're going to be in touch because I want to learn how to temper this properly. That's one thing I've never done properly. Anyway, moving on, but yeah, I do all kinds of things, so that's why this shop is so full. So there's another shout out I need to do. One of the people that follows me and I follow him, and I really, when I look at his shop, I see a cleaner version of mine. He's got things, and that I appreciate that. So his channel is called The Profiled Corner. So if you want to go check him out, go ahead and do that. It's interesting to watch. Okay, well, I think that's really all I had planned to show you. So I'm going to put you back on the tripod and we're going to close this out. Well, I just thought I'd show you around the shop a little bit today and share this little idea with you. It's worked well for me. But like I said, I have high expectations of my audience. I think all of you that are watching this are looking to learn. And that's important to me as well. I've done this. I've taught for 32 years. Before that, I was in construction. I've woodworked since I was, in junior high, in shop. And I've always really enjoyed it, but I always like learning things, which is great. So if you've got a better way to do this, please share it with me. Or another way. I may not change what I do because I think this is pretty good, other than the look. It's kind of got that Star Wars look when you put this on, but that's okay. That was a 70s thing as well. But yeah, this is good. If you have a better idea, please share it. My glasses cabinet works great. Did exactly what I'd hoped it would do. And yeah, we're going to do more video on grinding. Now that I have 2 Wolverine systems, I will be setting up my high-speed grinder again. I actually really like that grinder. And I'll show you the way I sharpen my parting tool, which is probably a little different than what I've usually seen. And it's nice to have the, now that word's gone, the tool rest. It's nice to have that. So anyway, yeah, take care. This is the weekend edition. Like I said earlier, it's Thanksgiving long weekend in Canada. To my Canadian friends, have a great weekend. And like I say, my friends from other countries that maybe aren't celebrating Thanksgiving or whatever you celebrate this weekend, it's just a regular weekend. I'm sure something's coming up for you guys as well, so when you get there, enjoy it. Anyway, that closes this one off. Have a great Thanksgiving weekend. We'll see you probably middle of next week. We'll probably be outside again. The weather's nice here. Take care, everybody.